Poppin' Gamers, and welcome back to my channel. I would first like to start this video off by sending a prayer of thank you to the YouTube gods for leading me to figure out what to film for a video, because I filmed one, turned out kind of dumb. It was basically me overreacting, and I thought it'd be a funny story time, but it really just, looking at the footage, it was kind of dumb. So I was like, new plan. And this video, I would just like to thank Google Trends, because I live under a rock and lately my views have been down, and I realized this tool called Google Trends that led me to this moment right here. So anyway, you guys might be wondering, why does that have anything to do with the Jonas Brothers reuniting? Honestly, I don't have much of an opinion about it, except I have a story that kind of goes with it. Just keep watching, you know? If you're already enjoying this video, you're enjoying my dry sense of humor, like it and subscribe. Check out my merch, and of course, if you're looking for a new cute swimsuit this summer or spring break, check out the link in the description for Pacific Swimwear. If you use code Izzi, IZZI, you get 20% off. So if you haven't heard, the Jonas Brothers are back together, and they're allegedly dropping a single tonight, which I was gonna do a reaction to, but I worked tonight, and I was like, it's gonna be trending, so I gotta get this video done, you know? I'm just gonna talk about the story time, so if I did do a reaction, the video would take forever, and I'll just talk about this as a performer who used to do musical theater and was once performing at the same venue as Nick Jonas after the Jonas Brothers split. And the only concert, like legitimate concert I've been to, is a Jonas Brothers concert. Right around a similar, like, I think I went to one of their last concerts and then they split, and then I was performing at the same venue as Nick Jonas was. So let's just start that way. I'm really honestly not a huge Jonas Brothers fan. I was never a fangirl growing up. Like, I grew up during that age of Disney, but I just wasn't a big Disney kid, I guess. I didn't really watch TV. I read books. I was a nerd. But what was I gonna say? I had a neighbor that she had these Jonas Brothers tickets, and she was like, do you want to come with me? And I was like, I've never been to a concert. Still haven't been to a real one other than that. I was gonna go see Panic at the Disco, but they were sold out. Anyway, I ended up going to this concert, and I didn't listen to their music. It was all like kids our age and their parents. It was some kind of like sponsored thing. I really don't remember that much about it, except this like program was like, there was this whole long thing before they even came on stage of them like talking about like funding schools or something. I don't really remember. Anyway, we ended up like leaving before it was even over, because I don't think any of us were really big Jonas Brothers fans. I don't even remember how she got the tickets, why I decided to go. I think I just went for the experience, but it's helpful for this video. So I've never been a big fan of their music, so hopefully their new music that is dropping is good. If you want me to post a reaction to that, comment down below, because I'm open. I almost knocked over my Dutch. That would have been tragic. So anyway, I keep forgetting what I'm here for, what this video is for. A while, I don't remember how long it was later when I was in a musical. I was in Alice in Wonderland. I was in Through the Looking Glass, and I was a pawn, like the chess piece kind of pawn. So I was ensemble. It really wasn't that important, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter. I could do a whole story time on why I kept getting cast as ensemble, but that's too much tea. So anyway, we were performing, and with this company that I was performing with, like, the shows were taken really seriously. It was a professional company, and we performed at like a real like art center, and we also did shows at other places throughout the run. So this particular day we were performing at a children's hospital, and then we came back to this art center and we performed 2 more shows there. And those days are always hectic. I performed with this company for years and years and years. I parted with them this last fall, and I'm not gonna get into that because it's the industry. So we had the show, and it started raining, and the shows were so close together, for the one at the hospital and the one at the art center, is that we didn't even take off our costumes, no makeup, anything. Like, we didn't really have time to eat either. So it's like you go from the hospital back to this art center, and like you have to like get there as fast as possible, like Fast and Furious type thing. So at the same time, this art center has like 3 or 4 theaters, and we're performing in one, and Nick Jonas is performing at the other. And like the whole backstage area is huge. Like, it's ginormous, like outside and inside. We got out, like a bunch of us got there at the same time. I think lots of people like carpooled. I don't really remember that much about this. This was a long time ago. I think this was like 5 or 6 years ago. So I'm young, okay? I know what you're thinking. So we get out and it starts pouring. It's like, I think it was still monsoon season. And which, for those of you who don't live where there's monsoons, it basically means like it's nice outside and then it starts torrential raining. So one of those had started, and we're all in our costumes and makeup. Like this show had lots of elaborate makeup and like stuff, so we couldn't be out in this rain. But my friend, my neighbor, performance neighbor, Nick Jonas, is his tour bus, his whole setup is blocking all of the outdoor backstage area. There's like this it's huge because it's for giant trucks that bring in big set pieces and like stuff for all the venues. It's huge, but they took off this entire part, and it was all blocked off by like those like metal gates. And so a bunch of us come up to the gate, and there's like security there, and like,
you can't come in.
And we're just like,
we're performers.
And they're like, yeah, you can't come in without like your stage manager.
And we're just like,
our call time is in 5 minutes, but they might be inside already.
like we had like 15, 20 minutes between leaving the last show and getting ready for this one.
Like, we have to redo our makeup and get the show ready that we perform in an hour.
The security guard's just like, so we're like stuck out in this rain, and I hated this costume so much. Probably one of the least favorite shows I've ever been in. And we're just like, we can't like get this wet, like it's gonna fall out. We have to get inside. And they're just like,
sorry.
so eventually, like one of the parents or something, like, again, I was like elementary school or junior high, gets a hold of the stage manager, and they're like,
you need to get out here. Nick Jonas's security is like yelling at us and not letting us in, and like most of us are here, but we're like trapped outside.
so eventually this place is huge, so the stage manager has to walk. It's like, trying to describe, so it's like this big cinder block concrete big just building, and our like theater is here, security is down here, but we're outside like down here. So the stage manager, wherever she is in the theater, has to like come down from the booth or wherever she was on that side of the theater, walk all the way down through his security like labyrinth inside, and then through the security office, and then back, and then she came with like another security guard, and we piled on golf carts and we got shuttled in this lovely rainstorm, and we had to like completely like fix our makeup and everything, and just like it was so chaotic in there. And this was probably, I have to say, this was right around when like Nick Jonas started his solo career. I can't guarantee that, but my guess, I think it was like his first tour solo. So the venue we were performing in, it wasn't that big, so which makes sense that he would be performing there, because now he'd probably be in a really big arena. So yeah, that was my experience, and from then on I've just been like, I don't like your management. It's probably, honestly, this probably has nothing to do with him. It's just his security, taking security measures. Because maybe I would be concerned if a bunch of like children we were well behaved, because this is a professional company and we would get in so much trouble if we tried to find Nick Jonas. But his management kind of treated us kind of poorly as fellow performers. So honestly, this isn't against Nick Jonas or the Jonas Brothers, it's about his management. So correction, sorry. Google Trends told me to make a video about the Jonas Brothers, and this is what I came up with, okay? So that's just what we have. I just thought that was a funny story. I tell it to like everyone because it's like my little claim to fame that I performed at the same time as Nick Jonas. And most people don't really care, but maybe YouTube cares, you know? And my parents told me to shut up because they're like, no one cares. It's really not his fault, it's his management. And I'm like, I know, but it's just a fun story because it makes me look like a big deal. So that's my experience with performing alongside Nick Jonas and in a monsoon storm. So I think this video might be dumb. I don't know. If you liked it, like this video. Subscribe. Check out my merch. Check out some swimsuits. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love how when I'm trying to film a video in a short amount of time, because I have work, I just keep forgetting what I was gonna say. But that's just how it goes here at Izzi Raine. So I will see you next time. Be sure to also check out my other videos that are a lot more well planned. Yeah, bye.